my retirement, he gon' kill you for that moolah. Catch him in the morning, wake him up, that boy a rooster.
The chickens coming home to roost. Ain't nobody laughing at Durk like they were laughing at me when I went to jail. Lord have mercy. So ain't nobody laughing at Durk. Now it ain't funny. Now your favorite rapper go to jail and look like he got a no bond like me. But that boy got a federal no bond. I bet that done closed up. He got a burp to pass gas. He can't even afford that. I know the feeling. Boy, they get your, they put a hole on you. Boy, booty be tight sitting on that bench.
20 minutes later.
Man, this morning you went live, eating, talking, driving. You said that people laughed at you for going to jail, but crying that he's in jail.
Yeah, I'm trolling. I've been trying to show Black America that they hypocrites, they fake, they love gangster and snitches. I sat back and I studied this culture. So when I came to the internet, I'm coming with a qualitative study that I've done on my own. Right? I've been studying this culture for over 10 years. So I came with a qualitative study and started speaking, saying, man, y'all love gangsters, y'all love killers. Y'all don't say nothing when the rappers do it. As a matter of fact, y'all have made rappers idols.
Ask me who I killed before, like tell me they got an addy. Guard location, guard green light, guard. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming.
They idolize, homie, as if they're gods. Lil Durk them is responsible for killing people. King Von responsible for killing people. YSL responsible for killing people. How can y'all honor these men but discredit me and I ain't killed nobody? I came as the community activist who's been working with children in the community. I haven't committed crimes. I never shot a gun at a black man. I never sold dope in the black community. But I was discredited just for saying I'll call the police and I'm not a I showed up saying I'm a civilian. I'm a father, homie, who's been raising my kids for the last 12 years. So I showed up with that image. Man, that. But here it is, they promote the rappers. They idolize and honor the rapper. So I'm saying, how can you say free Durk, nigga, when he took life?
Chicago rapper Lil Durk is arrested and charged in a murder-for-hire scheme. Prosecutors say he hired a crew who tracked, stalked, and attempted to murder a fellow rapper he had beef with.
So apparently, the way they arrested him last night, you were right on the arrest. We got to give it up. Wack, listen, Wack is not 100%. I even apologize. Public. You know, the other dudes got indicted via grand jury, which was they had that indictment for a couple months. Now, remember, I was skeptical that Durk was getting picked up the same day because his name is now on the indictment. We get to find out, you know how he got arrested? A federal agent phoned into the judge and did a complaint. So they're gonna have some type of grand jury stuff on him, but they said that they were monitoring Durk and he had booked a flight to go to Italy.
It's about Lil Durk being indicted. Let's get into the facts. There is an indictment out in California. It's federal. It includes a charge, murder for hire. Murder for hire resulting in death is punishable by life in prison. Now, in the indictment out in California, there are 5 people named. None of those people is Lil Durk. There is, however, in that indictment, a mention to other conspirators. Those people could be named. They have not been named yet. What do the feds say about this conspiracy? They take you back to 2020 and the murder of King Von. Then they say that after Von was murdered, a high-ranking member of OTF let it be known that there was a bounty on the head of an individual involved in that King Von murder. That's believed to be Quando Rondo.
Man, we gotta be f***ed up as a race of people to have this mindset that the rappers get a free pass. Y'all get rappers full immunity. Y'all get street full immunity. Y'all get gangster full immunity when they do wrong. They get to come back into the community, no snitching, y'all, and seek refuge amongst us. And y'all allow them to come be amongst law-abiding citizens knowing that they will hurt people. So I'm saying, who feeling bad about them who done been caught a murder for hire and somebody died?
We shot your homie, we ain't know he can take those. I know bitch that you up, literally down the hit. Why you asking me who shot your homie? Why you asking? They get your location, they might pop outside an Uber.
The streets and this chaotic scene, the ending of a shooting that started in Beverly Grove, this mobile gas station at 5:30 Friday
Not
evening.
Not only did they kill his cousin, nigga, they put money on the girl head too. I thought women and children was off limits. So when I say something bad about kids, man, women and children off limits. They put money on the girl head too. But it's a rapper, so he gets a pass. So I wanted to wake up this morning and celebrate like I saw them celebrate when I was in jail. And I just want to remind people, the only reason King Von got out of jail is that all the witnesses came up dead. You think Durk didn't pay for that either?
So reading between the lines of the indictment, the feds are saying that Durk put money on Rondo's head. Then the feds say that 2 years later, 5 people from Chicago with some other conspirators traveled to LA, attempted to murder Quando Rondo, hit somebody else who was standing right next to Quando's car. The feds have a lot of evidence.
Lil Durk is caught up for attempt on Quando Rondo, so you got Lil Durk getting caught up for this situation where Quando Rondo's SUV got hit up and his cousin ended up losing his life, right? Them folks done bad Lil Durk. I believe 4 or 5 people got caught up for the situation and probably ended up, telling on Durk.
There's no honor amongst thieves. We keep trying to rewrite the codes of the streets. The code is there's no honor amongst thieves. Get what you can get and get out. Why ain't you getting out? You know why? Because they ain't getting nothing but bodies. It's hard to get out when you ain't getting nothing but bodies. All you getting is the reputation for killing, and that ain't even getting you no money, having a reputation for killing. It's not changing no conditions of your life. You just feared and celebrated at times. You're not even really respected. You just feared and celebrated at times. That's why somebody is so quick to tell on you, because they don't respect you. They're afraid of you and they really want you gone. There's some people happy Durk gone in his circle. There's some people happy King Von in their circle, homie.
WGN News has learned that Lil Durk is a big campaign contributor to Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. He's been celebrated by other local politicians too. And WGN's Julian Cruz live in Broadview, where Durk was given a key to the village just last week. Julian.
Well, Ray and Mike, a word of the arrest in Florida having a dramatic impact here in the Chicago area. Broadview Village leaders clearly disappointed by the news. Lil Durk's appearance here was just last week. Mayor Katrina Thompson withdrawing an honorary key to the village presented to the rapper.
So I'm gonna let my daughter read it. Come on up, girl. She's a nurse and she's been doing a bunch of stuff in the community. So I'm gonna pass the torch.
On behalf of the Village of Bellwood, we are honored to present this key to the city to Durk Banks, Neighborhood Heroes. This key is a token of our appreciation for your collaboration and partnership. Thank you.
A lot of gunplay coming out, and the feds got some of Lil Durk's associates, and it was only a matter of time before they detained him, because somebody must have said something. But from what I understand, they've been kind of investigating Lil Durk for a minute, if I'm not mistaken. I think they've been investigating him for a minute. And what's interesting, you got to watch out for this, fam. Like last week, they gave Lil Durk the key to the city out there in Chicago. They just gave him the key to the city, and then they busted him. They did the same thing with Diddy, remember?
The city of Chicago took the keys back. They just gave Durk the keys to the city. They just took the keys back.
They knew he was the key. They always favored the BDs. They always favored the BDs and they wouldn't let the GDs in. They were blackballed, they was all of that. The city did that. The mayor was always on Durk's side.
Mayor Katrina Thompson in a written statement saying, quote, "The Village of Broadview is withdrawing our honorary key granted to Lil Durk and is terminating our partnership agreement with his youth organization, Neighborhood Heroes Foundation." The mayor acknowledging that Lil Durk is innocent until proven guilty, but she says that upholding the values of her community is job one.
The mayor was always on Durk's side, but we all know, homie, Chicago government have always been a corrupt government since the Al Capone days, if you understand history. The governor who ended up going to federal prison when Obama was the president, taking bribes. Chicago politicians and government have a long history of being corrupt and being in bed with gangsters. So there's no surprise.
If they were organized properly, they have the potential to elect people or unelect people.
Jerry Washington, who lost a race for state representative, welcomed gang members' involvement in his campaign.
If it takes the gangs to get good folks, common folks, save a community and stabilize it, then let's use it. Let's utilize it.
The reason why Larry Hoover is gone so long, because Larry Hoover was coming up against the government in Chicago, homie, teaching black people how to vote, turning gangs, not into gangs, but turn them into 501c3s, non-profits, so they don't be labeled as a gang. Nigga, that's why they removed Larry Hoover.
Here at the Vienna State Prison in Illinois that the 21st Century Vote Political Committee was conceived. Leader of the Gangster Disciples, convicted murderer Larry Hoover.
The vote is the most important. That's what they feel more than anything. It's our political power. All we got to do is put our program together, follow our program. That's my main focus right there. And stop these kids from hurting each other out there.
We're trying to put people in office, man, to where it's going to benefit us. We're trying to take people out of office where it's hurting us.
They should have took the keys back. But we got to remember, Diddy also had a key too. So they loved giving keys to motherfuckers who's unworthy and unjust of having keys. Diddy got a key to the city. They took that back too. So I ain't surprised. They finna take a lot back.
Greetings, you polite savages. The classic hip-hop album, Stakes is High, De La Soul had a line that went something like, everything that these brothers say is vivid, they no longer talk-ish, nah, these Negroes live it. You know, as an older cat, I look at you young bucks, and I just really try to talk some sense into you. I try to talk some sense into everybody I come across and let them know that, hey, no matter what you see, no matter how you think you can get that cash, this ain't it. And if you wind up being fortunate enough to get out of that situation, to come out of the tough parts of the country, Chicago, Oakland, the Bronx, parts of the ATL, Houston, South Side, if you wind up being able to get out, you got to do whatever you can to make sure that you don't take a step backwards. See, this whole world is about progress, and everybody deserves a second chance, but sometimes these brothers be on their second, third, and fourth chance and still doing the same thing. And there is no excuse for it. You know right from wrong. I just want you to think about this one thing before you sit here and call me a hater, because, you know, everybody yucks it up when I go hard on Sexy Red, hard on Sukiyana, but every time we talk about these dudes out here, ain't nobody trying to listen. But the truth is this. We absolutely know what's right from wrong. We absolutely know that we are depending on the men, the image of the man to lead us. And this small percentage who be doing this dumb stuff, this is who they push out there. A man got the key to the city the week before he got arrested. You think that's a coincidence? You think the feds didn't know they was gonna pick him up? You think they couldn't have picked him up before that? No. And what's up, brother? You trying to book a private flight to a country with extradition? That don't make no sense. Knowing that it's going down. It's obvious that nobody is advising this young man correctly. Nobody around him, and this is what happens. You put people around you who tell you exactly what you want to hear, not what you need to hear, and this is what you get. Over and over again, we've seen rappers telling on themselves, self-snitching, dry snitching on their records, and what it'll do, the fans are going to turn right around and use exactly what you said against you. That's right, the star witness in court is the artist himself. They're going to look you dead in the eyes and press play, and they're going to watch Murder by Design, Murder by the Art, Murder by the Numbers, and you're going to self-confess. Yes, you sent him to slide him. Slide on your ops. They're going to know all the terms that you use. They're going to be super hip and legit. They're going to know every single thing that you've ever said. They're going to have transcripts. They're going to have your neighbor's testimony. They're going to have the homie in your crew that you thought would never flip. Oh, he's flipping deep on you, my G. That's right. Everybody who you thought you loved, who you thought you had their back, they're going to throw 30, 40 years in their face, and they're going to pull a Tekashi 6ix9ine, be out in a year and a half, living in the Dominican Republic, them big booty senoritas twerking and shaking it right up in their face. And what about the Kingpin shoe program? 23-hour lockdown, 1 free hour a day, 1 shower a week. Nothing nice, my G. It ain't worth it. And everybody outside yelling, free my ninja, free my ninja. All of that fades sooner or later. You see, these folks, they're going to keep you in mind. They're going to hold you down. But nobody's holding you down for 25 years. They got their own lives to live, and they're going to go on living it while you're just stuck in time. Man, I hope it ain't true. But when the feds come for you, 98% chance that you're through.
But they said that they were monitoring Durk, and he had booked a flight to go to Italy. And they said, oh, this is running. That's why they locked him up last night.
Yeah, they say he booked like 3 different flights, Switzerland over there.
You know the reason why they picked Puffy up
Damn.
a night early because his plane, his jet, landed in Teterboro.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's
But
what
it
people
wasn't,
don't
you know-
realize.
Wake up. Wake up calls a bitch.
This is a real victory. Now that demonic force, it was a dark energy that came down from Chicago and spread throughout America. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. Down goes the drill. 12th round knockout. Because it looked like they had got away and they get to ride off into the sunset. So this is a victory for law-abiding black Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
The Free Durk campaign has begun.
Every day I'm gonna wake up trolling. Every day I'm gonna wake up trolling. Free Lil Durk, keep him locked up. Don't give him no bond.
It's still Free Durk, man. It's
You
the
saying
campaign
Free
is
Durk?
getting crazy. It's you
Sean,
say
are you saying Free Durk?
I gotta wrap this up, man. Until next time.
You saying Free Durk?
Who, me?
Did you just say Free Durk?
No, I said it's
Interview
still.
over.
I said
Interview over.
No.
Interview over.
Thank you for watching the Tip Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom. We're out.
We found true happiness.